Hey guys, I'm gonna keep this one very small and simple. One of the fastest way to install WordPress is by using its Docker image. I'm hoping that you already have Docker installed, so let's see how we can install a WordPress image. I'm gonna create a new folder and say, call it WordPress, and open it. And here I use Visual Code, but you can use anything. We first need to create a new file and call it docker compose.yml. Now this is the file which we will use to configure a Docker container. Version 3.7 services. Let's call our WordPress container WP, container name WP, image WordPress 5.2, and we need to expose the port. From the container and map it to our open ports. Let's see how this goes. We need to run docker compose up-d to start our container. It's now trying to download the latest copy of WordPress or WordPress container. And that's done. So you can see if the container is running by running docker ps-a, and we can see the WordPress container is started 15 seconds ago. Now let's try to refresh localhost. There we go. So that's our WordPress container, but now we also need a database. So this container doesn't come with a database. We need to create a new container to have our database there. So what we're going to do is create another container and call it db. And let's say MariaDB 10 container name wpdb. So this container needs a few environment variables for it to run properly. And one of them is MySQL, allow empty password, which is yes. We're not setting root password. MySQL user, WP user, MySQL password, WP password. Actually, don't think I need those quotes there. And also probably don't need these. MySQL database. Except for this one. Let us see if that works. You run the same compose command again. Now it's pulling an image from MariaDB. You need to give it a few seconds and then run docker ps once again to see if that container is running. And you can see it started 10 seconds ago. Now what we can do is copy the database name, user, and password would be set here. So the database name is WP. The username is WP user. Password is WP password. And the database host is nothing but the name of the image that we set here on line 11. So that would be TB. So that's, there you go. And that is how we install WordPress on a Docker container. WordPress website. Let's call it WordPress website. WP admin 1. There you go. There's one thing though, where are all the files? So now we need to expose files so that we can make changes. To get access to files, we need to share the volume from our WordPress container. We need to map it to a local folder. So let's call our local folder WP data. And then we need to map it to a path on the server, which is, that's where Apache or this WordPress container saves all the files. And then we save this image again. And we run the compose command again and see the magic. Okay, so what it's saying is since the container is already running, it's not going to map the volume to anywhere. So for this, we need to shut down everything for once. And then start it back again. And now you can see this WP data folder magically appeared. And it has all the files, which are actually from our WordPress host. There you go, more files. Boom. So where did our database go? Well, the problem is that every time we create or we restart a container, all the data inside that container is reset. So that's why our database is gone and we need to install everything again. In order to prevent this, we need to create a volume for our database as well. And that is also simple. We just create a volume and call it db data. And then share it along with our database container. db. So that's the place where MariaDB saves its data. And then we shut down everything back again and we restart it again. Oh, there's something wrong. Oh yeah, this volumes is actually not a subset of services, but it's an independent level in itself. Yeah, for a YML file, every tab space matters. So we shut down everything again and restart and go back to our website and set it up for one last time. Another way we can set it up is over here. So just like our database container accepts environment variables, our WordPress container also accepts environment variables. And these are WPDB host, and WPDB name, and WPDB user and password. So we can then copy all these values from our database and paste them over here. That way we don't have to enter anything, and we just restart our containers again. And go to localhost and expect. So it takes a few seconds for the container to restart, although it shows it started. Let's take a look. There you go. So now we don't have to fill any database values again. Our installation is complete. Hello world is there. Now let's take a quick look if these files actually map to the blog. So 2019 is the default theme. I'm gonna go in here and try printing something and see if it works. Hello Docker. Oh, there we go. Amazing. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. In the next one, I'm going to show you how to install phpMyAdmin using Docker. That's really helpful when you want to replicate a live blog in your development environment and you want to, import MySQL files and stuff. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about WordPress, and make sure you click on that like button if you like this video, and stay tuned. I'll be back with a new video soon. Ciao.